Hi guys, it's been a while since I've talked to you. I apologise for the kind of weird lighting. I have a strange setup in my room at the moment because I'm in the middle of reorganising everything. So my usual place to put my camera so that I get nice lighting isn't really available right now. Today I was listening to the Coffee with Kenobi podcast, which is a podcast about analysing and examining the Star Wars universe. Yeah, I don't usually listen to podcasts. It's a new thing for me because when Clone Wars Lost Missions came out on Netflix, there was the Clone Wars Live tag that everyone was participating in, and through that I managed to meet new people and talk to new people, and I discovered a whole lot of podcasts done by Star Wars fans about Star Wars, and slowly I've been kind of going through and listening to them, and they're pretty damn cool. It's exciting listening to other people who are as enthusiastic and in love with something as I am. In this particular episode I was listening to, I think Brian Young, Swankmatron, was talking about camping out for the Phantom Menace when it first came out, and how he camped out for like a whole month before it came out on the street. And myself, I will never experience this whole camping out for tickets thing because of the whole online tickets, all that kind of stuff. It's an experience I'm missing out on because of my generation. I'm not sure if I'm sad about missing out on it because I admit I like to stay showered, I like to have fresh cooking. He was talking about how the week before the movie came out there were just hundreds of people there, and all of them were so excited about Star Wars, and it was just like a massive Star Wars party before the movie came out. And he said that it was the last time that they could really be fans together without any kind of divide between the fandom, which obviously we have a lot now with the prequels and the originals and all that stuff. Stuff that I myself don't really care about too much because I just love everything. But they are things that do divide fans sometimes, and it's unfortunate. And I realise that I'm never really going to have an experience like that, like some kind of crazy week-long waiting with people who care as much as you. Obviously I go to midnight premieres of things. The midnight premiere of Avengers last year, 2 years ago. Wow. That was a long time ago. The midnight premiere of Avengers was exciting because there were people there that obviously loved the comics, because back then, like, Avengers wasn't so much a big thing in the movies sphere. It wasn't like it is now. There wasn't a huge Avengers fandom or anything. It was still new for the movie fans, but for the comic fans it was exciting. And so you had a lot of people there that you knew also read the same things as you and watch the same things as you, I guess. The atmosphere there was impressive, and you could see the people dressed up and everything. Like, I love midnight premieres because you are there with people who care about the movie and they want to see that movie that much that they will forego sleeping. Admittedly, a lot of us wouldn't be sleeping at that time anyways, but that's a completely different point. So midnight premieres are pretty much the closest thing I have to the whole waiting in line for tickets thing. And I'm kind of sad that I will never be able to have that sort of experience. Like, there will be the new Star Wars movies, and the build up to them will be pretty cool. Like, I'm going to Star Wars Celebration next year, almost definitely going to Star Wars Celebration next year, which I am super hyped about. Also going to Disneyland because I didn't realise it was in the same city, and I'm really excited about that one too. But going to Star Wars Celebration is exciting to me because I always go to Armageddon, and I'm going to PAX later this year, and I've gone to Supernova a couple times, which is alright. I prefer Armageddon. But like, Star Wars Celebration is going to be so cool because there's going to be so many other Star Wars fans who are super psyched, and they will have travelled across the world just like me, and it's just, it seems crazy to me that there will be this community of people who like Star Wars too. It's just exciting that I finally had the chance to, on Twitter, talk to new people. I have a voice actor from Star Wars, which I just realised today is following me, the voice actor of Hera from Rebels, which is exciting because Hera is right now my favourite character. Nobody's surprised by that because, you know, green Twilight girl. But she sounds really cool as well. Like, I like the sound of her personality, being the mother of the group and everything. But yeah, these things that I've missed out on because of generation. It's strange because obviously I've never experienced them. I don't know if I'm missing out on something that I would have enjoyed. It's so weird to think how different the generations experience a fandom. I can't even imagine what it must be like to be one of the original fans because there's all this change and everything. And it's amazing that even though it's something viewed as so crazily nerdy as Star Wars, it's still got so much sense of community and this generational shift and all this kind of stuff. It's crazy and it's cool and I love it. I don't know why I'm vlogging about Star Wars. I haven't vlogged in ages I don't know if I'm coming back properly yet. Is this the first vlog of daily vlogs again? Or am I taking a longer break again? Who knows? In other news, I turned 20 in almost a week. Kind of terrifying. I'm not sure I'm ready to not be a teenager anymore. I have vague plans for an actual short thing, sort of like my Valentine's Day thing, which please do not watch because I'm so embarrassed by it now. So I may or may not come up with a short video anytime soon. I am so unreliable, I'm sorry. This is my ideas book full of video ideas, which I've probably shown you guys before, and it has nothing I'm going to let any of you see because some of it might never happen and some of it is just terrible ideas. I'm also working on an Asajj Ventress cosplay from the Clone Wars, her Night Sister's outfit, because I found out that that is a 500 first approved outfit, which is exciting because that means it's finally an outfit I want to do, which I could get into the 500 first with. So, gonna try and make that one good so that I can get in. I'm also working on Leia, which I want to try and get into the Rebel Legion with. So, things I am trying to do at the moment is cosplay. I would thoroughly recommend Coffee with Kenobi if you like Star Wars stuff. It's a good podcast and it's quite interesting too. Also, the other two I've started listening to recently is Now This Is Podcasting, which is done by some very cool people. One of whom I knew kind of through Tumblr before I listened to the podcast, and she is very cool. And she's very for minority representation and things, which I love. People who are for that, I love a lot. She stands for female characters and she's very cool. And then there's also Rebel Force Radio, which I listened to I think yesterday, which is quite good as well. Very interesting. I listened to their podcast with Dave Filoni, which was cool because I like listening to Dave Filoni talk. He's a very interesting guy and he knows a lot about Star Wars and he's got a lot of it in his head and he's a cool dude. And I'm not sure if I meant to rant on about Star Wars for this entire thing. I didn't really have a plan going on, but I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Perhaps tomorrow. We will see. May the Force be with you and have a good day / night / morning / whatever it is there.